Good evening once again, and welcome to the rebroadcast of the Upper St. Clair Panthers versus Peters Township Indians high school basketball teams. This game is brought to you by the USC Basketball Boosters. We appreciate their support, and I appreciate their giving me the opportunity to come into your homes several times a week during the basketball season. Let's check out the starting lineups here. Steve Peranto is a 6'4" senior.
Number 45, Steve Radke.
Steve Radke is a 6'4" junior forward.
Number 10, Nick.
Number 5, Pat Russo, was a 5'10" senior.
And number 11, Craig Wolcott.
Number 10, Nick Wilk.
The Indians are coached by Gary Goga and Rafferty and Scott.
Craig Wolcott, number 11, is a 6-foot sophomore. Little youth in the lineup there. And Wilcox is a 6'3" junior.
The starting lineup for your
So some 3 seniors and a couple underclassmen for Peters Township. Going to the Upper St. Clair lineup.
A 6-foot junior, number 14, Christian Shea.
Christian Shea makes the Panthers go. If he's hitting his threes and driving and dishing, the Panthers will do well tonight.
Number 24, Pete Serio.
Pete Serio, that's Coach Holzer's defensive stopper. He'll get the toughest man on defense typically. Does all those intangibles that don't always make it to the scorebook. Elias is our Iron Man. Anytime the ball is on the floor or there's a loose rebound, look for Steve to be on it.
Number 11, Dan Simpson.
Dan Simpson, a point guard. Look for him to be running the offense. He'll be bringing the ball up, picking up the opposing team's point guard.
John Austin.
Austin does a little bit of everything. He rebounds, he runs on the breaks, and he shoots. Well, this game is about more than just a backyard brawl. Peters Township, our neighbor to the south, right down Route 19. This game sees the Peters Township Indians coming in with an 8-0 record. St. Clair coming in with a 7-1. So that's about the most successful both programs have been at the same time that I can remember. At any rate, again, as I said, the storyline is more than just a backyard brawl. The ties and the roots go a little bit deeper. Coach Goga, the head coach at Peters, was an assistant here under Coach Holzer for 3 or 4 years before taking the head coaching job 3 years ago at Peters. So let's see if the there'll be the classic master pupil matchup, and we'll see who comes out ahead. In common opponents this year, the 2 that I could find doing my research before the game were Baldwin and West Mifflin. Both teams here tonight beat West Mifflin and Baldwin. St. Clair with a little bit bigger margin of victory. Austin controls the tap over to Simpson. As usual, St. Clair will take their time on the first couple of possessions, kind of feeling out the defense, seeing what Coach Goga has in store for us tonight. Looks like a matchup straight man-to-man so far. Giving Elias plenty of room behind the arc, knowing he's not our three-point shooter. A little sloppy there. Shea drives, dishes to Austin. Oh, beautiful drive and dish by Christian, but unfortunately, John shuffled his feet before he went up strong. Little backcourt pressure by Austin. Score remains 0-0. Peters Township's first possession of the game. St. Clair and straight man. Number 11 picking up number 11. Peters has their road red uniforms with black trim, white numerals. St. Clair in white, home whites. Black and red trim with black numerals. Again, much like the St. Clair offense, Peters was content to kind of feel out the Panthers on defense. The three-pointer is in and out. Long pass. Shea into Elias. Elias was a little under, when he received that pass, he was a little underneath the backboard and couldn't go up quite as strong as he wanted to. But at any rate, the defensive player came over his back, and he'll be going to the line to shoot two.
His first team first. At the line is number 44, Steve Elias.
That was Steve Panther who committed the first foul. First one is up and good by Mr. Elias. Second one is long, but rebound is batted around by Austin. Sirio is Johnny on the spot. Easy lay-in for two. Sirio stakes the Panthers to an early 3-0 lead. 6:14 remaining first quarter. I'm not sure that the Indians want their big man bringing the ball up on top of the key, but it doesn't look like your prototypical point guard to me. Dish, drive from the corner, yes. Russo with a three.
Pat Russo.
Ties the score, 3-3, just under 6 minutes remaining. Nice drive by Sirio, dishes to Elias, yes.
Number 24, Steve Elias.
Sirio made that play with a nice, beat his man off the dribble, dished it to Elias. Elias went up strong. Little miscommunication there. The Peters Township player zigged when the man with the ball thought he was going to zag, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Peters. The St. Clair fans, nice crowd for a Tuesday night. Students are about, I'd say 74 to 75% full in the student section with cowboy hats. Shea from the top of the key, long, gets his own rebound, drives. He had a half a notion to dish, but I think at the last second, the passing lane was blocked, so he went up, put a little spin on it, and it went for him. 7-3, Panther 4-point lead. 4:57 and counting. Walcott made a nice drive, dished the ball off to number 5, Pat Russo, and Russo drew the foul on his drive. It was a foul on the floor. Little hip check. Little hip check by Steve Elias. That's his first foul this evening. Relatively uncontested. I don't think he's going to be able to get a step. Austin's too quick for that penetration. He's going to cut that off every time. Three-pointer. Rebound Shea. Shea looks to run. Gets some pressure over the half-court line. Slows it out. Drive. Austin, pump fake. Went up with the right hand. Keeps it alive. Fake, yes.
John Austin.
That's Austin's first basket tonight. He's been fairly lively so far, tipping around loose balls, keeping the rebounds alive, even though that was his first basket. 9-3 St. Clair lead halfway through the first quarter. Brett McCormick at the scorer's desk. He'll be coming in at the next break in action. A long three from Russo. Gets the backboard and not much else. Simpson presses the issue, slows it down as the Peters Township defense retreats. Shea entry pass over to Elias was tied up by 55 Steve Parento. A little tough name for me. McCormick and Applebaum in. Sirio and Elias take a breather. Shot rejected. Peters Township ball, 9-3, 3:36 remaining. Now, again, as we've seen all season long, St. Clair likes to harass the man that's bringing the ball up court. It's not full court pressure. It's just that harassing, I know where you are, kind of annoying pressure with the hopes of it just wearing the other team out. Foul away from the ball. From the looks of the expression on Nick Wilcox, I think it was on him. But no, let's see. No, it was on 55. Now it was on Peranto. Wilcox made a face as though he thought the call was on him. Simpson picked up by Russo. Works the ball inside. Nice entry pass from McCormick to Austin. Austin shielded his man away from the ball. Stayed with it. Got the hoop. Nice move by Austin. Austin pressuring the ball in the backcourt. Oh, his foot was on the line. I could see that. I'm right here almost parallel to the line, and his left pinky toe was on the midcourt line, and the ref was right there watching it as well for a backcourt violation. Well, St. Clair starting fast, unlike several of the games. They're out to an 11-3 lead with 2:50 remaining. Coach Goga calls timeout to get his troops in order. Peters isn't shooting well here in the early going. A couple of sloppy turnovers and some poor shooting, and they're quickly behind by 8 points. That timeout was of the 30-second variety. The referees are exhorting the coaches to get back on the court. Most coaches can't count to 30, so they're not quite sure how long 30 seconds is. McCormick will be inbounding it to Simpson. Same lineup as we had a few seconds ago. There was a substitution made a few seconds ago. J.D. Adamski has come in for Peters Township. He joins both Wilcox, Corey, and Nick. Shea, hesitation. He hesitated just a little bit, and as he hesitated, his defender hesitated, and he used that hesitation step to blow by the defender. It's 4 points for Shea. He gives the Panthers a 13-3 lead. Peters quickly counterattacks, and number 10, Nick Wilcox, 6'3" junior, gets to the line to shoot two.
At the line is number 10, Nick Wilcox.
First one is good, and that gets a roar of approval from the Peters Township faithful. Second one is also good. Nice stroke by Mr. Wilcox. Makes the score 13-5, 2:28 to go. Simpson couldn't get the lay-in to go. Indians looking to cut into that 8-point Panther lead. Shea picks up Russo. Russo leaves his feet to throw the pass. Not what you'd call good fundamental basketball, but he didn't pay for it that time. Peters guards are trying to beat St. Clair off the dribble. Oh, now there's an interesting turn of events there. The Peters Township guard was a little sloppy in going back to retrieve the ball after it went over half court, thinking it would be a backcourt violation. The call by the referee, however, was that the ball was tipped by Austin. That sloppiness led to a hustle play by St. Clair. St. Clair controlled the ball. Austin got it, got the lay-in, and the foul. Wow. There'll be a quiz on that play in the morning. While I was trying to update you on what happened, Sirio is back in, giving Simpson his first break of the evening. Austin converts the three-point play. Takes the Panther lead out to 16-5. Austin leading all scorers with 7 here in the early going. St. Clair pressuring the ball on the inbounds. Just under 2 minutes. Brennan checked in when we weren't looking. Russo might be a little quicker than Brennan. Nice entry pass. Caught McCormick cheating over on defense. Reed goes up strong.
Number 32, Reed Appleball.
Gotta like the minutes that Coach Holzer has gotten out of Reed coming off the bench. Both him and Shane and McCormick really provide a spark when they come in. They play hard. They make the most out of their minutes. Both deep three-pointer by Russo. Ball tapped around, controlled by Shea. 18-7, Panther lead. Sirio, 3 from the corner. Long. Rebound McCormick. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Tough break for Brett. Beautiful offensive rebound. Couldn't get the putback to go. Under a minute remaining. Little Harlem Globetrotters on your knee dribble. But a nice pass over to 45. And who's 45? There's no 45 on my roster.
Foul on number 5, Shane Brennan is first, team third.
Corey Wilcox, the sophomore, brother of Nick Wilcox, made a nice, looked like he was going to lose his balance. And notice that the PA man didn't tell us.
Number 45, Steve Radke.
Steve Radke, okay, he's 45. My roster had him as number 12. We'll make that change and correct it. His first shot was a bit of a brick. Second one just as much. That strong rebound by number 10. Can't get it to go. Austin just up over the rim to clear that with his left hand. Little behind the back dribble. Plays off the contact. Beautiful play. Coast to coast for Mr. Austin. 20-7. Panther lead out to 13. Biggest lead of the evening. "14 seconds. Panthers or Indians content to take the last shot, but at the rate they're going, I don't know if they're going to get much of a shot off. They do get a jumper, had a decent look at the basket, but again, he was moving, never had a chance to set his feet very well. Got a good look, but it was long. Yeah, that jump shot, when you're on the move and you catch it and you're moving, it's very, very hard to adjust for your momentum. Long three, Russo. Nice shot by Pat Russo.
Basket by number 5, Pat Russo is towards the end of the first quarter. Upper St. Clair 20, Peters Township 10.
Big shot there for Russo to end the quarter. Got it down to 10 points. I think psychologically there's a big difference between scoring 7 points in the first quarter and scoring 10. But at any rate, the story of the first quarter, John Austin, 9 points. He kind of had his way with the Indians, driving, rebounding, coast to coast, reminiscent of Magic Johnson getting a rebound and taking it all the way down. They just don't have an answer for John here in the early going. Earlier today, the Upper St. Clair Panther JV basketball team got the measure of the Indians, a 20-point victory. So Coach Holzer, once again, showing he's got, the cupboard isn't bare. He just restocks and restocks. Start the second quarter, he's got his starting lineup back in of Simpson, Serio, Shea, Austin, and Elias. Indians have Russo, Adamski, Wilcox, and Wilcott. Deep dribble into the corner, kind of a desperation pass out to the top of the key. Indians in their motion offense. Long three by number 42, Adamski. I don't think that's a coach shot. Coach, oh, beautiful drive by Austin. Got around his man. Got a good look at the basket. Just couldn't quite get it to go. And in the frustration of the aftermath of the missed bunny, John commits a foul in the backcourt.
Number 44, Steve Elias is second.
I stand corrected. I thought it was on Austin, but I'm told it was on Elias. That's his second foul, and very quickly, Coach Holzer brings Applebaum back in. Nice drive.
Basket by number 10, Nick Wilcox.
2 points for Wilcox to go with his 2 free throws, gives him 4. Simpson got half a step on the defender. Strong move to the basket, fouled going up.
Fouls on number 5, Pat Russo is first, team fourth. At the line is number 11, Dan Simpson.
This will be Dan's first trip to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2. Panthers 2 for 3 so far tonight. First one is good. 21-12. Panther lead back to 9. Shane Brennan in for Sirio. Second one is also good. 2 points for Simpson, 10-point Panther lead. Again, some token pressure in the backcourt. Looking for a quick steal. If they can get the steal off of the inbounds pass, they'll take it. If not, they retreat and play defense. Brennan ties up Radke. Peters Township half-court offense just doesn't look like it's very smooth. It doesn't look like it's trying to find its way. Kind of running one-hander. Peters gets their own rebound. Second one's long rebound. Austin starts the break, decides to wait for some help. Simpson on the drive, goes up lefty, couldn't quite get it to go. Nice rebound by Adamski. Nice job to hold his feet, thought he was going to walk, and it's a little out of bounds. There's a deflection by Shea. Beautiful play. You know what? The deflection made the play, but the way he circled around the player, took his time. He circled around the ball to put himself in position to drive once he got it. He didn't go straight to the ball. Oh, a finger roll by Russo. Russo has 8 for the Indians. Russo has a couple of threes and a 2 to go with that lay-in that rolled in. 24-14. Panther leads at 10. Simpson's back to the line. He'll be shooting 2 once again. 5:47 on the clock as Simpson makes the first free throw. Second one rattles in and out. Applebaum there to tap the ball around. Radke got his own man, Adamski, with an elbow. Panther lead at 11. Shane picking up the smaller Russo. 3-point attempt. Back rim, long rebound. Shane over to Simpson. 4-on-2 Panther break. Simpson into Applebaum. Here again, I keep talking about intangibles. Oh, a very fast counterattack. Applebaum with the rebound. And very quickly there, you saw Applebaum fill the lane on the break. Fought for the offensive rebound. He's going to get another rebound. Again, some of these Panthers, ex-football player Panthers like Applebaum and Brennan, bring a level of toughness and hustle to the game that I personally like to see. And while I'm babbling about Reed, number 10 Wilcox makes another layup. Cuts the Panther lead to 27-16. 9 points at the 4:51 mark. 4 team fouls. Just looking at the foul situation. Panthers have committed 4 team fouls. The Indians have committed 5 with just under 5 minutes to go in the half. So neither team with a lot of team fouls. However, I believe both Elias has 2 for the Panthers, and number 55 starter senior Steve Parenteau has 2 fouls for the Indians. Next home game after today will be next week, 27th, 28th, and 29th of December. Holiday tournament here in Pantherland. I don't think we have all the games and all the seeds set up for that game yet, but it should be interesting. So we've got McCormick, Sirio, Applebaum, Austin, and Shane after he gets a drink in for the Panthers. Russo, Wolcott. Russo, Wolcott, Wilcox, Adamski, and number 45 Radke in for the Indians. Couple of nice drives here by the Indians in the last couple minutes. Every time the Panthers look like they're really going to pull away, you get a nice counterattack by the Indians. They're not going to back down. They're going to keep fighting. They'd love to. They do nothing better than to give Coach Goga, ex of Upper St. Clair, and pupil of Coach Holzer, they'd love nothing better than to give him a victory over the Panthers. Serial will run the point for a few plays while Simpson's on the bench. Panthers haven't taken too many 3-balls. They've been getting good penetration from Austin and their guards. Again, nice play by Austin. The ball batted away from McCormick. Austin made a move to the basket and a good deflection by the Indians. That was 45 Radke. Radke made a nice play. Austin was going to go back in, get up. Nice to see him. He got his hands on the ball without fouling Austin. Good play, Indians. Oh, John wasn't quite sure which way he wanted to go, and he tried to go two ways, two directions at once, and unfortunately, when you move both feet without dribbling, that's a walk. Kind of an uncontested turnover for the Panthers. 27-16, 11-point Panther lead. Clock ticking down to 4:18 remaining, first half. Serio picks up Wilcox. Very patient spread offense for the Indians. Jumper from the foul line extended. Oh, St. Clair had didn't quite completely control the rebound. The pass got over to Applebaum a little too quick, and he drop kicked it out of bounds. That was Wolcott, who has yet to score for the Indians, taking that jumper from just beyond the free throw line. It seems like in some possessions the Indians are patient, pass, then settle for a jumper that isn't quite as good of a shot as they might prefer after holding the ball for that long. Wolcott picked up by Applebaum up top. Deflection by McCormick. Peters controls. Wolcott tries to work it inside, but it kicks back out. Three-pointer by Craig Wolcott. Cuts the Panther lead to 8, 27-19. 3:10 remaining, second quarter. Panthers have had a little bit of a drought here. Haven't gotten a shot off in a couple of possessions. I think the foul is going to be on Applebaum. Moving pick, little hip check on his pick. I was just about to say, I think we need Danny back in. Danny's the quarterback, the point guard. The offense starts with him. And quite honestly, when he's not in there, he's the point guard. Nice defense in the backcourt by Austin. Panthers can't get the turnover. Adamski got a half a step on Austin. Or Adamski, excuse me. No. Radke. You got Radke and Adamski. Radke got a half step on Austin. Foul as he went up with the shot, I think.
Number 32, Reed Applebaum, was second, team sixth. At the line is number 4.
Foul on Applebaum. Sixth team foul. That one was well short from the hands of Radke. Radke 0 for 3 from the line so far tonight. Looking to cut the Panther lead to 7. He does not. Long again. Rebound Adamski. Ball was off of Adamski. Tried to push Serio out of the way. Even with the push, shove, he couldn't quite get to the ball. Oh, no points on that possession for the Indians. 11 tries to drive on 11. Dishes it to Shea. Shea jumper from the corner. Yes.
Basket by number 14, Christian Shea.
8 points for Shea, ending that 3-minute Panther drought. 29-19. Lead back to 10. 2:15. Entry pass into Adamski, or Radke. Couldn't quite get it to go. 3-pointer, Shea, short. Nice box out by 22. Oh, that was a little bit of a hip check there. That looks like when we weren't looking, Eric Joyce checked in, coming down to cut off the Indians on the fast break. Wilcox the older at the line. Actually, they called that one on Shea. Wilcox rattles out. Parenteau back in. He's a starter. He's been on the bench since about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter when he got his second foul. Second one by Wilcox is good. Makes the score 29-20, 1:58. Simpson drive. Jumper in the lane. That's Dan's first basket to go with 3 free throws to give him 5 for the evening. 11-point Panther lead. Some pressure on Wilcox. Those long arms of Austin. You know, you have Austin, who's not necessarily a guard, but he's got those long arms. He probably plays like 6'5", and he's quick. And he really surprised number 10, Wilcox. Wasn't expecting that kind of pressure 20 feet or 30 feet from the basket. Turns into a Simpson layup. 13-point Panther lead. Radke tries to drive on Serio. A little bit of a mismatch. Now I've got the taller Austin picking up Radke. Drive and a kick out. Clock ticking down. Under 1 minute remaining, second quarter. Indians looking in to cut into the 13-point Panther lead. Walcott, kind of a running jumper. Austin got a step, couldn't quite get the shot off. Ooh, Simpson made a nice move. Took that 8-foot jumper, a little too strong. 30 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Indians settle for the last shot. Both teams have remained in their man-to-man defenses throughout the first half. Long 3-pointer, in and out. Rebound Shea with 16 seconds to go. That was Wilcox taking that long 3 with 15 seconds. Deflection over to Eric Joyce. 10-foot jumper, front rim, bounce around. And that'll end the first quarter with the Panthers ahead, 33-20. I'm going to go grab myself a cold Gatorade. If you're watching at home, take a few seconds, get yourself a beverage, and join us back here in a few minutes for second half of basketball. Again, before we cut away, Panthers 33, Indians of Peters Township 20. Thanks. Well, there's the buzzer signaling both teams to get back to the bench for the second half. Welcome back. This is Hank Chesko. I'm joined tonight by Chris Burke. He's my videographer. Panthers enjoying a 13-point halftime lead. Before the teams come back out, let's quickly recap the scoring. Number 42, J.D. Adamski, has 1 bucket for the Indians. Pat Russo leads the Indians with 8, a couple of threes and a deuce. Steve Radke 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Nick Wilcox of the Wilcox brothers, the older of the two, he has 7 points, a couple of buckets and 3 free throws. And Craig Walcott, number 11, the shooting guard, has 1 3. Over on the Panther for a total of 20. Over on the Panthers side of the ledger, Austin leads the Panthers with 9. Dan Simpson has 7. Steve Elias has a basket and a free throw for 3. Sirio had 1 bucket. Christian Shea 4 field goals for 8 points. And Reed Applebaum, a nice couple of baskets. And again, that spark off the bench. He had 2 baskets for 4, getting us to 33. St. Clair will go with their usual starting lineup of Sirio, Shea, Simpson, Elias, and Austin. Peters appears to be back with their starting lineup. Panthers will be going left to right here in the second half. Shea, dribble drive, forces it into Sirio. Sirio, nice steal in the backcourt. Might have got away with a foul. No blood, no foul, they say, but a nice defensive play by Sirio. Take the Panther lead out to 15 points. Again, another turnover. This time, Austin goes up strong, uses his body to shield the ball from the defender. Couldn't quite get it off. The long arms of Nick Wilcox blocked it, but not before. Got him with the body as he went up. Well, in the first, a couple of quick turnovers here in the first 36 seconds of the third quarter. I was about to say on Sirio's turnover, it looked like it was going to be another one of those plays where we miss a layup or don't get the out of frustration. He was trying to steal the ball, but it was a clean steal. I know the Peters Township fans that I'm sitting with weren't too happy that a foul wasn't called. Nonetheless, Simpson makes his first free throw. Second one in and out. Panther lead 16 points, 7:18 to go. Simpson picks up Walcott. Radke far from the basket. Elias giving him plenty of room. Sloppy pass. The lane was filled by Simpson, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. Looked like he might have gotten fouled in the aftermath. Another turnover. Oh, they are not calling anything here in the second half. Simpson went in. Well, I think the Zebras better get control of this game before someone gets hurt. There's a lot of contact here in the first minute 19, and not a lot of fouls being called. Sirio got away with one. I think the Peters Township player slapped Austin on the hand as he went in. We had a lot of contact on the Peters Township drive right there, but it was a blocking foul on Elias, not a shooting foul. Applebaum comes in. Applebaum comes in for Elias. Elias has 3 fouls. At least one of the Peters Township fans wanted to see that be called a shooting foul. If we could go back to the replay, we would to show you, but it's just a floor foul. Peters Township had some difficulty inbounding the ball under their own basket. Coach Goga quickly called timeout before the 5-second clock could expire, in which case they would have turned the ball back to the Panthers, giving them a chance to extend their 16-point lead. The last thing you need to do is yet another turnover. Peters in the first minute 19 has not gotten a shot off yet. They've either been fouled or turned the ball over. Several times the Panthers were anticipating the pass, cutting into the passing lane, and streaking down court. That 13-point lead at the half has been stretched to 16. We'll have Walcott putting the ball in bounds. He's teamed up with Wilcox and Russo and Adamski and Parento. Now all of a sudden we're going to start calling a tight game. That'll be a blocking foul.
Fouls on number 3, John Austin, the second, team second.
2 quick fouls in the second half, 4 team fouls for the Panthers. That was Austin's second. Panthers need to play defense with their feet, not with their arms. Radke went up a bit too strong. Nice body control. Austin following, can't get it to go. Shea made a nice cut to the basket. Was going a little too fast. Austin was there for the rebound, couldn't get it to go. Panthers could have a 20-point lead if we'd made some of the second chance opportunities that we've had. Doing a great job on the offensive board. Not getting as many putbacks as we should. Wilcox going to the line. First one is good. Austin's going to have to go to the bench. McCormick coming in. Austin goes to the bench with 3. Adamski in for Parento. Wilcox 4 for 5 already tonight from the free throw line. Make that 5 of 6. Cuts the Panther lead to 14. Simpson gets a step on his man. Can't control it. Ball stolen by the Indians. You hate to see a 5-second possession and a quick turnover like that, giving the Indians a chance to get back into the game. 5:44 and counting, 36-22. We had a quick flurry to start the second half, and it's kind of slowed down a bit thanks to fouls since then. Jumper by the Panthers or by the Indians is no good. They get their own rebound and they'll set it up again. In their motion offense. The player on the wing will pass the ball, then cut away from the direction he was passing it. That was a turnover waiting to happen with Sirio picking up Adamski 35 feet from the basket. Patience here, wide open shot. Might have got away with a kick and a walk. 3-pointer by Walcott. Long rebound off of Affelbaum. Ball took kind of a funny quick hop off the rim. Reed had boxed out his man, was crashing to the board, and the ball came down very, very quickly at him before he could anticipate it. Affelbaum anticipates the pass, tries to steal it, doesn't get the steal. That allows Wilcox to penetrate, goes up, rejected the first time, rejected the second time. Third time he drew contact. And quickly now, some of the Panther big men have Affelbaum, Elias, and Austin, all with 3 fouls. Wilcox makes another free throw. Makes him 6 of 7. First Indian into double figures. Second one is also good. All 4 Indian points coming from the free throw line, courtesy of Mr. Wilcox here in the second half. 36-24, 12-point Panther lead. I think we're going to see Coach Holzer here at timeout. He is not happy. After that quick start, Panthers committing a couple of turnovers here. Again, giving the Indians a chance to get back in. Every time we get it up to 14 or 13, the Indians mount a nice little charge back of their own. At any rate, 12-point Panther lead. Pretty minimal amount of contact there on the reach-in by Shea. That'll be the Panthers' 6th foul already with just 4 minutes gone by. I'm wrong, it was on Sirio, and that was our 5th. 5th team foul, 4 minutes gone by here in the second half, third quarter. Radke had a notion, or Adamski had a notion. I can't keep Adamski and Radke straight. My apologies. I'll get it right by the fourth quarter. They both have kind of a similar look, long, lean, both about the same size, 6'4", 6'5". But that's no excuse. The professional should keep it straight. Russo on the drive. Thought he had a step. Couldn't quite get all the way. Couldn't quite close it. Here come the Panthers. Simpson all the way to the basket. Kicks it out. Shane sees a three-pointer he likes. Rattles in and in.
Three-point basket for number 5, Shane Brennan.
Shane gets on the board with his first three-pointer of the night. 39-24, 15-point Panther lead. Wilcox over to Wolcott. Over to Rat Adamski. Wolcott sees a three he likes. Got a little bit of the front rim, but went through. That's his second three, gives him 6 points. Cuts the Panther lead back to 12. Shea gets a half step, goes up strong with the left hand. Wolcott doesn't like that call, voicing his displeasure to the official. I'm not sure it's going to get him anywhere. It's only his first foul. I'm sure he had 2 or 3 before then that he got away with. Shea's first trip to the free throw line. Gets the shooter's roll. Front rim, backboard, and in. Number 22, Corey Wilcox, comes in for Adamski. Front rim and a roll. Shea gets the shooter's roll on both of his free throws. 14-point Panther lead, 2:50 remaining. Elias came back in for Eric Joyce. Some backcourt pressure on the inbounds pass by the Panthers. Russo comes over to clean it up. The Indian guards are looking to drive, take their men to the hoop. They've got a little bit, a couple inches on our guards, and they're looking to take advantage of it and work the ball inside on every play. It was Wilcox with another basket. Player control foul on the Panthers. Or did he just step out of bounds? I'm sorry, he just stepped out of bounds. It's 13 points for Nick Wilcox. Indians trying to cut into that 12-point Panther lead. Ball off of the shin of one of the Panthers. So the Indians retain possession, not a backcourt. Used his left hand there, right hand, to try to get a little separation from himself and Sirio. Could have been a little bit of a push, but probably not enough. Certainly wouldn't be a foul at the playground level. Peters content to chew some clock. A long three by Wolcott. Front rim. Rebound Wilcox. Wilcox goes up. Bounding. Another Indian rebound. Couldn't get it to go. Indians had 3 or 4 shots that time. Couldn't convert. Sirio says, yeah, I'll take the 3. Shane comes over strong. He didn't quite have position. Got there a little late and got called for the aggressive offensive foul. Team's 6th foul. 1:27 remaining. Wilcox seems to be able to create some space for himself and do almost anything he wants. It's been all Wilcox here in the second half. He's had all 9 of the, he's had 6 of the Panthers' 9 points. Wolcott with a 3. I don't know if it's been good defense or just bad shooting here in the third quarter, but neither team have put up a lot of points. Russo with the nice penetration, dumped it off to Radke. Russo got the ball back out for a 3. Cuts the lead to 9. Shea, jumper, in and out. Rebound Radke. Well, that 13-point Panther halftime lead has shrunk to 9. Panthers have gone cold from the field here in the third quarter, while the Indians have heated it up a little bit, primarily on the shooting of Wilcox and a couple of long trays from Russo and Wolcott. Spin move, another long 3. Elias got the rebound, got it over to Simpson quickly. Simpson turned around at midcourt, threw up a desperation three, and it would have made the highlight film had it gone in. But a very, very nice third quarter effort by the Indians from Peters Township. Panthers had broken out to a 33-20, 13-point halftime lead. And again, as I said a couple of seconds ago, from the shooting of Wilcox, Wolcott, and Russo, have cut the lead to 9, 41-32. And the Panthers only put up 8 points in the third quarter. Had a lot of open shots, but just couldn't get them to quite drop. We've got our Panther cheerleaders giving us a little cheer here between the third and fourth quarters. Panthers need their shooters, need Christian Shea and Shane to get a hot hand here in the last quarter. Their big men got called for some fouls in the third quarter. We spent Austin and Elias spent most of the third quarter on the bench with 3 fouls. Affelbaum, who comes in off the bench to spell Austin and Elias, picked up his third foul as well. So the Panthers need to be careful. The Indians do have some height. They've got the 6'5" Radke and the 6'4" Adamski. And number 10 Wilcox, didn't have an answer for him in the third quarter. Here we go. Let's see what the Panthers can do. Quick hands. They've got Austin on Wilcox now. That might be the answer. He's got those long arms and quick feet. Wilcox isn't big enough to take Austin inside, and Austin's quick enough to guard him on the perimeter. So that might be the matchup. While I'm talking, Wolcott drains another 3. 9 points for him. Shea comes right back. So the quick exchange of threes. Panther lead stays at 9. 7:19 remaining. Austin almost looked like he was baiting Wilcox into giving him a half step and then coming back to close it. Wilcox booted the ball. Panthers with a chance to get that lead back into double digits for the first time in 4 or 5 minutes. Simpson running the point. Austin comes over for a pick. Double screen down low for Shea. Wolcott slapping at the ball. Open 3 for Sirio. Yes! Panther lead back up to 12. Austin with the backcourt pressure. Careful, John. We don't want to get a 4th foul. Certainly not on some backcourt pressure. Spin move. Wolcott tries to go behind Simpson's back, but it wasn't there. Elias comes over with a nice help out. Nice job by Wilcox there. He gave Elias a little shove in the ribs to create some separation. Elias didn't want to get his 3rd foul. Panther turnover. Austin comes right back, takes it again, takes it away. Not sure how that wasn't a foul. A lot of contact there. Russo gave a hip check to Austin. Have no idea how that wasn't a foul on Russo. Little bang play there, and once the dust settles, it's Indians ball. 10-point Panther lead. 6:05 and counting. Little miscommunication there between Wolcott and Russo. I think Russo was clearing out. Thought Wolcott was going to try to drive, but Wolcott gave up his dribble, passed it to where Russo was instead of where he is. Wolcott slapping at the ball every time Shea gets it. Shea forces it inside to Elias. Elias is going to get that ball, no doubt in my mind. But then a little out of control and lost it back to the Indians. Again, that same matchup that I think favors us here in the fourth quarter. Wilcox tries to go in on Austin. Entry pass into Elias. How that wasn't a foul, I'll never know. The ref's watching the hands and not the body. Elias there was contact before the shot went up, but it wasn't called. We've got two Wilcoxes. Ball inside to the younger Wilcox. Tries to go up strong on Serio. Can't get it to go. Austin makes a move. I think Simpson's going to kick it back out here, reset his offense, take his time. Panthers still have that 10-point lead, 47-37. Clock approaching midpoint of the fourth quarter. Wilcox out far away from the basket on Serio. Elias tried to go backdoor, couldn't get the angle. They're going to double team Shea on the baseline, kicks it out into the corner. Serio, high arcing three. Austin with the long rebound. Oh, and if he was pushed, then he was pushed. Ball should stay there. The Indians were retreating as though they were going to get possession of the ball, but the ref was clearly calling that it was a push out, a force out. You don't see that call very often. Austin was falling out of bounds, and 9 times out of 10 you'll see a foul called on that. Oh, and he is calling a foul. Okay, so I guess it was a push and not a force out. So I stand corrected, although I was kind of correcting myself. It was a foul on number 5 Russo. Austin may have fallen out of bounds on his own. Not a lot of contact, but just enough. John was a little bit off balance, so that any kind of contact was going to force him to fall out of bounds. Hence the relatively cheap foul on Russo. That's his third, only the third team foul for the Indians in the second half. Hometown Panther cheerleaders entertaining us again. I don't know if they just won't give up the court to the Peters Township Indian cheerleaders, or if the Peters girls are just a little tired from a long day of school. .4:11 remaining as the players come back out on the court. We have Wilcox 1, Wilcox 2, Wolcott, Russo, and number 42, Adamski for the Indians. We've got Elias, Austin, Simpson, Shea, and Serio starting lineup back in for the Panthers. Panthers have been a little quietly offensively here in the second half. Drive, Austin went up a little too strong. May have forced that one, might have been better off dishing it, but that's always easy to say when there's a miss. Austin's still staying on Wilcox. He's shut him down here in the fourth quarter after he torched us in the third quarter. He takes the three, long one, outlet pass to Austin, goes in for the layup.
Number 3, John Austin.
Again, as we've seen all season, John with the long arms and the long legs gets down on that fast break, faster than most men his size, and beats his man down court for the easy lay-in. 49-37, Panther 12-point lead, 3:25 remaining. Wolcott, a little off-balance jumper. Air ball from 8 feet. Panthers break quickly. Serio goes all the way in. I think that's a good call. Adamski didn't quite have his feet set. He didn't quite anticipate the quickness of Serio. Called for the blocking foul.
Basket by number 24, Pete Serio.
A lot of contact there. Adamski tried to draw the offensive foul.
On number 42, Jenny Adamski, his first team quarter.
That's only his first foul. While they're singing goodbye on his first foul, I don't know. Serio makes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Nice to see Pete get into double digits. 15-point Panther lead, 3:02 remaining. Oh! Austin gets called for the reach-in. He's got those long arms, and it's going to be sending the Indians to the free throw line. That's the 8th team foul. They'll be shooting 1 and 1 for the next couple of fouls. Then it'll quickly go to the double bonus. Well, I thought it was their 8th, but I'm told it's 7th. Misses the front end of the 1 and 1. Adamski gained possession, lost it as he was falling down. Sirio fighting for the ball to try to regain possession back from Radke. Commits a foul, sending Radke back to the line. And this will be Radke's sixth free throw attempt. He's 0 for his first 5. Del Rey came in for Austin. No, for Elias. No, not sure who he came in for. But this is a lineup we haven't seen too many times this season. I don't think ever, where you've got Del Rey, Austin, and Elias all in. There was a ball bounding around over on the far sideline. I believe the final decision was that Austin had control with his foot on the line. Settled the Indian ball. Radke tries to drive on Austin, rejected. Lead stays at 15 points, 52-37, 2:48 remaining.
Timeout, Upper St. Clair.
Things got a little sloppy and out of control there in the last 20 or 30 seconds, so Coach Holzer uses one of the timeouts in his pocket. No sense taking a timeout home. Can't use it tomorrow. Just wants to settle his charges down. 15-point lead with 2:48 to go. This is a case where the game's not over. Peters has some decent three-point shooters, can get back into it, but when all is said and done, I'd rather be ahead by 15 at the 2:48 mark than down by 15. The Peters Township cheerleaders finally do a little entertaining of their own for us. The Cowboys in the Upper St. Clair stands are enjoying this effort by the Panthers. Panthers taking this opportunity here against the undefeated Peters Township Indians to kind of settle a score, or again, not settle a score necessarily, but their perfect season was spoiled last Friday by the North Hills Indians, or the by the North Hills Indians. So it's only fitting that we should return the favor to another team of Indians, even though this one is from the South Hills. And potentially, if we hold on to this 15-point lead, we'd be ruining their perfect season. Ball inbound, Walcott underneath his own basket. Long pass out to Wilcox, picked up by Sirio. Jumper just inside the arc. Air ball by Wilcox. Again, I think the story of this fourth quarter is as Peters drew within 6, the switch of Austin over covering Wilcox has just shut him down here in the foul. Russo did a nice job of getting back on defense, but his momentum carried him out of bounds. He couldn't get the ball back in. Cut off the passing lane, kept Panthers from getting an easy layup, but it's still Panther ball. I don't think the Panthers will be in any hurry to shoot here at this point. With 4 fouls, the Indians might start fouling on the floor. Simpson running one-hander. I think he took that way earlier than Coach Holzer would have preferred, giving the Indians a chance to cut into the 15-point lead. Jumper from Walcott. Simpson controls. Wilcox over, pressuring Simpson. The younger Wilcox was coming over to try to trap Simpson on the half-court line. But his brother committed a foul before he could get there. Score remains 52-37. Simpson picked up by Russo. 15-point Panther lead, minute 55 remaining. The Indians trying to double the ball on every opportunity. Austin with the drive, dishes it to Shea. Shea goes up, can't get it. McCormick up. Hand is part of the ball, I guess. Wilcox kicks it out. Drive, basket, drive, shot. Wilcox missed the bunny, but got his came back and slapped the ball out of Austin's hands. The Indians simply pass the ball to Serio. Serio wisely dribbles it back out, waits for some help. Again, minute 16, 15-point lead. No hurry, no need to shoot for the Panthers. They'll be content to just take the air out of the ball and wait for the Indians to come out in fouls. And I think Coach Goga is not going to start committing fouls and turn this into an ugly free throw fest. Simpson misses the layup. Three-pointer deep in the corner from Russo. Rebound Austin. With two Indians on either side of him. Austin looked one way, almost lost the ball. Little sloppy play there. Wolcott, a very long three. Wolcott gets the three to cut the Panther lead to 12. 36.4 remaining. The last minute and a half, the Panthers have been content to just take the air out of the ball, wind clock, knowing that it's very, very difficult at the high school level to score 15 points in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Look, after the timeout, look for Coach Goga to pressure the ball. He'll either put a man on the ball and pick up the Panthers in the backcourt, or frequently use technique as to give the man inbounding the ball, instead of guarding him, use the fifth defender to double up or react to the ball once it comes in. We'll see what strategy Coach Goga uses. In this case, where St. Clair is just looking to get the ball inbounds, protecting a lead, I prefer to put my fifth man on the floor and allow him to double team a defender quickly. If this is a situation where St. Clair is trying to get the ball down court quickly and you want to get in front of the man putting the ball in and defend him, and as I suggested, they're using the extra man to double up one of the St. Clair players instead of harassing the man inbounding the ball. Nonetheless, St. Clair breaks the press without too much difficulty. At this point in time, I think the Indians are just going to go for a steal if they can get it and not bother using up their fouls. Austin's going to be content to stand in the corner. He'll get called for 5 seconds, and Coach Holder says, "It's over, no more. This one's in the books." So as the clock runs down here on the Indians, we have St. Clair 52, Peters Township 40. We had a 33-20, 13-point halftime lead. Teams played fairly evenly in the second half, with the Panthers holding on. They got the spurt at the right time. Again, I think the story of this game was the defensive switch that Coach Holzer made in the fourth quarter, putting Austin on Wilcox. Wilcox John put the glove on Wilcox in the fourth quarter.